All right, I just want to do a quick video about setting up microphones, these little wireless mics with the Sony ZV-E10. So real quick, this is where the battery and the card go. This is where HDMI, that's a little headphone icon. You see the little headphones there? Do not plug your mic into the headphones. That is all out, everything in there. This, with the little microphone, that little tiny door, and the little red port, that's for the microphone. That's to plug in the mic. All right, so here's the idea. In this container here, by the way, this cable here with the USB-C would plug into here, and then you can plug it to a computer or whatever and charge this. So you charge the entire block, it charges all three of these. In here, there are two mics. You see these little tiny light indicators here and the little microphones. So these are the mics. This one that looks different from the others is the receiver. So this could be hooked to the hot shoe here. I can just grab that little thing, slide it into the hot shoe, and then the receiver is hooked to your camera. Now you want this to grab the audio and write it directly onto your camera. So in here, you would grab the red cable, the same, when you go into the microphone, the same as that red there. This is for the mic. So this is tricky to do, looking at the camera and looking at what I'm doing at the same time. This needs to be hooked to this one. So now any audio that this grabs will be pushed out of the receiver and into the camera. So this is pretty much set up, ready to go. I'm going to set this down for a second. In this other block, there's microphones and things like this. So this, if you wanted to hook one up and record somebody you're interviewing, you would take out one of these other mics. This would hook up to their back pocket or something like that, somewhere hidden so you don't see it. This would go into here. And by the way, this one's really important. Make sure you really have that in. I would spin this in here. You don't have to make it super tight. You just have to make sure it doesn't come out. So just spin it enough where it, is relatively snug. Again, do not over tighten this. That's going to give you a good connection to there. Don't use this mic, use this. This one you can hook to somebody's belts. You can run this up, let's say it's a t-shirt or something, run it up the inside of the t-shirt. This isn't hooked to this for some reason, but this would be a clip that would hold the mic. I would, by the way, run this through. I don't know if you can see this very well. I'm trying to put it in through here. I'm looping it, so this is, this won't just snap out if this is pulled. This is pulled here, it's being snug there, and then this can be loose. You don't have to worry about this just falling off. So I'm gonna put that in there. You'd hook this to the person's shirt. All right, this is gonna be awkward for a quick second, but I've gotta explain something because you might end up with no audio. So let me do this one more time. This is a transmitter. This has a mic on it. I would not use that one, but you can hook up one of these mics, a lavalier mic, to that. Again, just screw that in very gently. Doesn't have to be super snug. And then this should be ready to go, unless the mic is muted. So right now, you can see as I'm recording, it's hearing the tapping and the sound. If it says muted, you got the power button on this side. On this side, we've got another button. This is gonna be hard to do all this and show these at the same time. But if I click that once, now you can see there's a red dot that appears there. If I click the power button, then it has muted that mic. So now I'm only hearing the transmitter number one, mic number one. You can see the red up here as well. So again, I'll click it once up there, click it once back here, and now unmuted, and it's hearing everything again. And you have to do it relatively quickly. If I click this button, let's see how long it takes. Click it, it's ready to go. Oh, maybe not, that's not too bad. But again, then you'd hit the power button afterwards. So we're basically muting by clicking once there and then there. So let's say you're only using one of these. If you want to mute the other one, you can click that, hit the power button. Now mic number 1, transmitter number 1 is muted. So that's up to you on whether you want to use both or just one. I can also, with this audio here, you can see mono stereo. I can click and I can increase or decrease the volume, so the record volume. So those are the main things. Make sure they're turned on, of course. Double check the meters. Do not start recording without the meters. And in fact, if you're shooting with headphones, I would put headphones in so you can hear, you could play the clip back and you will know whether you got good audio or not. Do not just trust that you got good audio. Double check everything. So receiver turned on, plugged into here and to the mic with the red cable. Transmitter, use 1 or 2, hook it to the person's jeans or whatever, and then hook the mic. Again, I would hide the cable underneath the shirt so you don't see it, and then just hook this onto the collar. And that's pretty much it. This is 32-bit float audio. This is quite nice. So it's going to be hard to have the volume set wrong on something like this. You should be able to recover just about anything with these mics. So give these a test and let's see how you do.